Okay, the day before Christmas Eve. Alright. Oh, yeah, I finally got a tree. Holy crap, it's a miracle. Really nice tree, actually. I trimmed it, and I put lights on it. I didn't show the lights, but, it's just lights, and it's just Christmas. Okay, everyone overblows Christmas. I'm sorry, it's the truth. It absorbed Thanksgiving. Thanks freaking giving. I understand Thanksgiving isn't like a holiday, it's an American thing. You know, we stole land from Native Americans, we stole, they gave us food, and what do we do? We repay them by, totally destroying their country. Um, yeah, history sucks, doesn't it? Anyway, um, sorry, truth hurts. Yeah, so I'm just eating waffles. Yeah, they're just toaster waffles, so yeah, I didn't make them myself. Oh, that's a bitch anyway. Yeah, I don't. The holiday snacks aren't made yet, or well, they're for tonight, so I can't touch those. And I don't know, I freaking love those though. Holiday cookies are the best. Holiday snacks, all that shit. When you make something homemade for this season, it's great. I don't know. That's what I like most about the holidays is cooking and baking and all that. And that's just a great thing to see, a great thing to do. Um, I don't know how many people do it if everyone does that because I see a lot of people where I work comment and buy like weird shit. But you know, but yeah, no matter what religion you have, or if you're atheist, non, whatever the fuck, happy holidays. I mean, even if you're an atheist, you celebrate Christmas. Um, and I think it's because like you're just trying to give back to people that are in your family and that are your friends and just have a good time. And it doesn't have to be it does it's not much of a religious holiday anyway. People just make it out to be, and people get pissed off about the what the hell's that thing, the manger scene, like a couple of years ago, like some elitist atheist group or anti-theist. I would just call them separatists, like in Star Wars. I mean, they just want to freaking claim that all religious people are stupid or that nothing exists in religion. And it's usually one-sided. It's usually just towards Christians, which is kind of biased. I mean, there's other religions out there. There's Islam. There's the Hebrew faith. There is Buddhism. But most of the time, I always see the separatists going after Christianity. And it's probably because during Christmas time, it's the most common, and the manger scene is usually somewhere in public, usually near a church. I think the main one that people were talking about was in Texas, in the middle of, I guess it was in a park, and it just sits there all year round. All year round. I don't know why the separatists would have a problem with that. If you don't believe in it, ignore it. But whatever, that was a big thing. Fox News overblew that to the fucking extreme from old videos I saw on the internet. It created a whole thing, and I ended up arguing with it, the separatists. Same shit that happens every time. I convey what I believe and my opinions. I didn't say I believe they're wrong because I don't care. And the foundation of atheism is based on not believing in anything and just pretending that doesn't it's not supposed to be involved in your life at all. Why do you care? Why do people make a big deal out of like people believing in shit? These people, the separatists, they argued with me not based on the actual video where that Fox News was fucking like retarded in the way they went about it. No, they wanted to say in a bold statement, everyone who's religious is retarded. Which I don't understand that. I never understood that. No matter, I don't care if it's close to the holidays. Any day of the year when you do this, there's something wrong with you. Because that's flawed logic. Thinking someone is stupid based on their belief system is just retarded. I mean, you could argue Scientology. Sure, that's one of the more retarded religions, but people who are in the faith can be intelligent, and they have good careers and shit like that. And there are other religions that have that same thing, where people who are very intelligent just happen to believe in something. And why are they going to be instantly judged just based on religious status? What they believe, what their belief system is, and so on. I don't understand it. It just, maybe it's because I grew up in, like, a time, very short time, mind you, where people just got along and it didn't fucking matter what ethnicity you were, what you believed in, or any of that. And as soon as I became a teenager, as soon as I became a full-grown adult, that shit changed. People, even my own age, went against other people based on faith, ethnicity, and other shit that doesn't fucking matter. What? When did this change? I know it's been like this forever. People grow up, people have opinions, people choose to say certain people are ignorant or stupid or shouldn't exist based on certain qualities. And that's been around a long time, but since when did my generation? Yeah, I know everyone says my generation, we're the best, we're the worst. I don't really give a fuck in general, but when it comes down to it, and when I think about people I knew in my age and what they've become, is like every other generation or people like within 5, 10, 15, 20 years from me have done. Just bitch and moan and nitpick and complain about stupid, trivial crap. And during the worst times of the year, when people are struggling the most, or when they're trying to do something for someone else, I just don't see the point. Maybe it's because I see it I try to look at it in different perspectives. I've seen from, like, for the major scene, I can see from, like, an atheist point of view. It's kind of like, okay, well, I don't believe in that. Like, why can't it just go away? I can kind of understand that, but I can just walk past it. That's my thing. You can just ignore it. Or you can ask them to, I don't know, hide it or get a better place for it. And it was in the middle of, like, a park or a town or something. You could easily ask them to, like, put, like, a small shed over it. Make it a manger inside a manger or something. It'd be kind of stupid looking, but if you don't have to see it, well, then... the thing is, I think they asked this separatist group, I'm going to keep calling them separatists, because they just want the United States to be separated from religion, even though this country was, from what I remember from, like, elementary school and high school, people came on a boat to run away from other religious groups because of persecution. So it seems kind of stupid to say that America should be free of religion entirely, that everyone in America is officially stupid because a lot of people are religious. I mean, freedom of religion, isn't that now in our Constitution? I assume. I mean, we have freedom of speech, or it's in one of these laws within the federal law, right? I assume. And I generally don't agree with Fox, and I know they handled their response to a certain atheist or separatist within the group, and they made a big deal, and I guess the guy insulted Christianity. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing because I kept skimming around because the guy was didn't want to, he wasn't punctual, he wasn't being courteous to the atheist at all. And when I talk to a person, no matter what their religious belief or their ethnicity or anything, I just listen to what they say. I don't care about their orientation. It doesn't fucking matter to me. If it really mattered to me, I'd make it my business to get involved. But if it's an actual discussion and they have something to tell me, I'm just gonna listen and then wait for a response. I'm not gonna freaking belittle them or argue with them over such crap. I don't know. That's just me. Although I generally, don't really take sides. I'm not a Democrat or Republican. I'm independent, so I'm just looking at it from an objective point of view in terms of just politics. But for the actual uh, Christmas scene, nativity scene, manger thing, I didn't see the point in atheists getting butthurt about it, and I don't see why. Fox News last year they still were talking about it. I think they were talking about the war on Christmas, which it's not a war on Christmas. It's a war on Christianity that the separatists are trying to start in America based on radical Christians, people that don't know shit about the Bible, what it means and what it is. And a lot of like super religious people do this. They don't understand it. They just want to believe that it's the literal meaning and that everything in it is true. And I don't believe that. And most of my church members don't believe that. And it's just ridiculous that these groups are just trying to go out of their way to insult atheistic groups and Islamic groups and other people. And there's other examples. The Westboro Baptist Church, that insults every denomination of Christianity. Even just non-denominations such as myself, they say God hates gay people, which that is a flawed logic. If God created everything, if he does exist, again, objective point of view here, then wouldn't he have created them? Or is it part of the whole the devil corrupted humanity so gay people came about? And even if that were true, God has forgiven everyone through Jesus Christ and non-denominational Christianity. So even then, they would be forgiven. Even after they had a sex act with another man or a lesbian, another woman, they would be forgiven because it's just a sex act. It's not an unforgivable sin. So I don't understand why religious groups and non-religious groups are fighting in the middle of America over trivial crap. Especially during this season and any other season for that matter, it's just retarded. I got on this discussion mostly just because of the holidays, and it's one of those times that people are just shopping and they don't understand everything behind the holidays. Yeah, a lot of it, Christmas is based on a lie. Jesus Christ was probably not born in December. You can ask Jehovah's Witnesses, you can ask people who know about Jewish traditions at that time period. In the first years BC, or BCE as it's called now, before Common Era. Because, again, you can't have religion in textbooks anymore. Even if it's only in 2 letters, BC. Okay, 4 letters, AD after death. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry about that. The holidays, okay. Saint Nick, Santa Claus, all that crap. Saint Nick, I read a quick, small Wikipedia page. I know it's not the be-all, end-all of information on the internet. supposedly I think he was a German saint, a, a priest. I don't know if it was in Catholicism or Protestantism, Zennism, or one of the other one of the denominations of Christianity. He like hid like gold coins and other things in people's shoes and things, and gave people like trinkets and shit. And that's how, uh, or no, I think his name was translated in German, and it was mistranslated, and it was like something Nicholas or Nikolaus. So they Santa Claus. Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was kind of just a blurb. It's a small page. Um, and St. Nicholas Day or whatever was December 6th. So that would be the actual Christmas. And it was originally just to celebrate giving things to each other. It wasn't really anything about Jesus Christ. That probably came about later because people wanted to celebrate another holiday in December, since that was one of the few months that there isn't a holiday. And especially since there was already a holiday in October, which is the proposed time that Christ was probably born, they probably moved that from mid-October to mid-December. Again, just theories, and since it doesn't really specify what month in the Bible that Jesus was born, at least not to my knowledge, I haven't heard. I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, I don't care. It's just a holiday. Though some Christians, including my family, celebrate it based on Jesus Christ's birthday, even though it probably isn't. And we still give the gifts to each other. That's just us. Some people do that. You don't have to agree with everything, and you can have your own opinions and your own belief system. I just wish that people would respect each other's opinions and their belief systems and all that, especially since this is supposed to be progress in America, the supposed greatest country in the world, and we're all getting along so well. We're still arguing over like conception, childbirth, women's issues. When we established this in the courts like decades ago, we're still doing this. I know it's mostly Fox News, and they're still, and Republican parties and shit, but I don't know. It's just weird to me because I already know the facts. I know the court cases. I learned this shit in high school. As weak shit as that is, high school in the United States is nothing. Not like it was like 20, 30 years ago. I mean, it's insane. Like, people don't get the common concept of, like, it's on paper, it's in writing. Or nowadays, it's not on paper, it's on the internet. It's there. Just type in, what is it, Roe v. Wade. Type in pro-life, pro-choice. It's like, type in anything that has to do with that. Anyway, after all this, negative talk and talking about the stupid arguments of people on television, I honestly hope you do have a happy holiday. No matter if you already had Hanukkah, if you're Islamic, whatever holiday that is. I think Ramadan was in November, or was that another holiday? Kwanzaa, whatever that is, I really have no idea what that is. I've heard of it, but I don't live near, black people. They're like in San Francisco, which is like 4 minutes away, so I don't know. Someone explain Kwanzaa for me. It's probably simple, but whatever. I don't feel like Google searching it. And Christmas, of course, which, that's another thing. Christians get upset about saying happy holidays. there is more than Christianity, and I don't believe that Christianity can be is the right religion. I just don't. I think that all religions should be acceptable, and whether or not I'm right in the end, it doesn't really matter. I'll go where I go. That's it. It doesn't matter. It's called the afterlife for a reason. Afterlife. I have years to live my life. Why don't people get that? Anyway, have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, even though it was like, what, 2 weeks ago. Uh, Kwanzaa, like I said, and whatever the Islamic holiday is, because I really don't know. But yeah, enjoy your holidays, and late.